Hello everyone. Today is going to be a color pencil day. I got these from AC Moore. They also had a blue one that was watercolor pencils, but I am not ready to do any watercolor just yet. I might do some watercolor on my channel just to kind of test it out, but this is not watercolor time. I usually am not really good at watercolor, which is why I really need to practice. I'm not good with paints anyway. I mean, there's been a few paintings that I've done. I think one of them I posted on Facebook. Yeah, there's been a few that I've done. I want to get into painting a little bit more, because it's one of the things that doesn't make my right hand so tired and sore. I'm also trying to practice with my left hand as well. There will be a few left hand drawings on this channel. Because as you can see, I am right-handed. I don't know. Everything might be random today because I really have no clue what to talk about, but I've been trying to put these videos out. I've been trying to put these videos out as much as possible. So if I'm a little rambly, that's why. That's one of the reasons why I want to start doing reviews soon, because eventually I'm going to lose the ability to think about any topic that comes off the top of my mind. I don't know. I mean, I guess everything doesn't have to be a profound lesson or to be cool or whatever, but I'm trying not to be boring. Because anybody can just sit up here and watch a video where somebody's just coloring and that's it. And there's plenty of people that make videos like that and it's just time-lapse. Or maybe it might have like some music behind it, so it's not just you hearing pencils and pens and art supplies just scratch against the paper. Even though some people might like that for ASMR effect. I always thought ASMR was this obscure thing that nobody really like cared about, but now all of a sudden it's very popular and people have full channels that are really big because of it. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do a review on, but I'm still doing videos like this until I get a new SD card, where I'm drawing the character off camera and then coloring it on camera. I figured this would make my videos shorter, and it'll keep me from having to wait all day or that splitting thing happening again. But then again, I'm using color pencils, which takes me a longer time to do, even if I wound up coloring crappy. So I'm really hoping that it doesn't turn out to be a 30-minute video again. But if it is, I'll just deal with it. I mean, heck, I posted one before. I'm gonna try not to be so hard on myself today. So yeah, today I decided to do like a little anime styled character. I really want to master the manga style, because there's a few things that I want to do in the manga style that's really gonna help me express who my characters are. This is just my little version of manga. Another reason why I was holding off doing this whole YouTube thing, especially when it came to like drawing and stuff, not just equipment, but I didn't think I was, I didn't think I was good enough to really display my drawings, you know? And it's like, you know, all these people that draw realism, and even if they're not drawing realism, it looks perfect. It looks like something that you could put in a store today and people would just be hype over, you know? I don't know if my drawings are there yet. I've had a few times when people just told me my drawing sucks. One of the people that told me my drawing sucks eventually went on to encourage me because he was happy that I didn't listen to him. The other guy was just a dick. Because, you know, everybody's expecting you, when you say you're a comic book artist, or you say you're an artist, period, they're expecting you to come out with this Marvel, DC, realism, CG type bullshit when you say you can draw. They're not expecting to see Ed, Edd n Eddy-esque type drawings, or Beavis and Butthead, or, I mean, no offense to those cartoons, but obviously when you say you can draw, they're looking for tattoo-worthy type drawings. They're not looking for literal cartoons or anything that looks less than what they think comic book standards are. And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I do need a little bit more work, and in middle school, I really needed work. Like, if you saw any of my middle school art compared to now, like, all my art had big-ass heads and small-ass bodies. Everything was looking weird. Once I got to high school, oh my goodness, I do not have my eraser. Okay, so the first video, I didn't have an inking tool. Now this video, nope, I don't have the eraser. God damn it. Well, this is about to be terrible. It's sad. I don't know where I put my eraser. I thought I had it here. Well, we keep drawing, we keep coloring. I'm also backed up on my social media, so I will be putting 2 drawings up on my social media if you have been keeping track of that. Because the other drawing that I did for the video earlier in the week hasn't even been posted yet. I might do it today. I might do a lot of this stuff today. It's weird, like, it's freaking spring and we're having so many storms and tornadoes and potential tornadoes. I thought this was a summer thing. Ain't tornadoes more of a summer thing, or at least a summer going into fall thing? It's spring. You should be seeing flowers. I mean, I'm already suffering from the pollen, but, you know, at least that's normal. Yeah, me suffering through the spring because of pollen. We get that, but we also got to get tornadoes too. I'm not not ready for no tornado. This ain't Tornado City. But what's weird is that we had like 10 tornadoes hit this state. And everybody was shocked by it last year. Like, I think the first count was like 8, and that's what I remembered. But then my husband and my mother told me it was 10, so I was like, good Lord. We were lucky we didn't get hit. Most of that stuff was like in the downtown or Broad Street area. Pretty much where my husband works. So, yeah, that could have been bad. So more storms on the way. This might be my last video for a while, which is why I'm worried about being boring. I'm also trying not to do the same topic every video, even though everything that I've been talking about has been random. Nothing has been planned. I mean, I've been trying to plan, but then, you know, you get to the point where you're not doing videos, and shoot, you forget whatever plan came in your daggone head because you haven't attempted to, or you haven't had any. Well, it's not an attempt thing. I really didn't have any time to do it. The kid needed all of my attention during this week, so I'm lucky to get this video out and the last one that I got out this week. I'm not trying to stress about my mistakes right now, because I don't know what my eraser is. And I'm not trying to make this video extra long looking for an eraser. I'm just gonna go with it. I think I'm gonna try to at least post one video a week. I think that's possible. If I post 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then hooray. If I get enough time to do all that, then hooray. But I'm gonna at least try to do one a week. Because it's not easy trying to find the time. Anything can happen during the day. And I do mean anything. Some things are way more important than doing a video. So I guess I post when I post. Addiction is a serious thing. I'm addicted to my drawing, but it's not to the point where I forget what's important. And I like that. You know? I don't ever want to lose something that's going to benefit my life more than my addiction. My art really isn't necessarily an addiction, or at least that much of it, because I can be rational. But real addictions, you tend to not be rational. But to some degree, I believe when some people have addictions, I think you are so used to being that way that you don't want to change because you're so used to it. And to some degree, there's no helping those types of people. I go with the main message that everybody says, look, you can't help somebody unless they want to help themselves. Unless they want to change, if they're not trying to do it themselves, then there's no point in you trying to change them at all. Because they're not going to listen. They're not going to care. Whatever's making them feel good matters a hell of a lot more than you right now. And don't be one of them people that just came back into the picture and now you're trying to help somebody. They're really not going to listen to you then. But there's also the people out there that would know that they have a problem, but they blame it on everything else around them except for what they do. Those people get annoying too. Look, it's not, number one, it's either you're gonna change or you're not gonna change, or you're just going to act like everybody else is the problem, and that's not fair. That's not fair to nobody. We gotta be responsible for our own behaviors. Because at the end of the day, we're still individuals who have a choice. Just like you have a choice on whether you're going to help somebody or not, you have a choice whether you're going to better yourself or not. And most people are comfortable with not bettering themselves. I know how it feels to be comfortable with something. I have an anxiety disorder. And once I get out of my comfort zone, my nerves on in. Like, my anxiety got so bad to the point where I couldn't leave the house. Now I don't leave the house without people for safety reasons. But at first, I didn't want to leave the house. My anxiety was caused by something that most people would think is so fucking small, and like, you know, it's common sense just to not let it bother you. But you know, my anxiety, my terrible anxiety, came from food allergies. Came from the food allergies I had. Like, the first food allergies that I've ever discovered, it was just one thing. Then I got older. Then I finally had a reaction to the thing that was the main allergen for me. Then I started getting sensitive to other things after having that allergy attack. And it just didn't make sense to me. And then I went back to doctors and they said it might be the pesticide. So I really don't know. Like, normal food that I was eating every day was giving me allergic reactions. Like, nothing that would send me to the hospital, but I always felt like it could potentially send me there. So my anxiety was really bad. So I had lost a lot of weight because I wasn't eating anything. Like, it had gotten to the point where I was like, what? I currently don't know my weight now, but if I could guess, I would say maybe I'm like 120. Hey everybody, I'm back. My phone did that cut off thing again, so this might be another part 2. But yeah, I was like, well, in the beginning, before the allergies were really a problem for me, like before everything started turning into the horrible anxiety that I had, like, normal food was fucking with me. Stuff that I've eaten for years. Now all of a sudden I'm getting allergic reactions to them and I don't know why. And most of the stuff that I was eating was like fruit. I was eating fruit. And it seemed like nothing processed was bothering me. I mean, that's weird, right? But yeah, yeah, I went from like, now I'm probably like 125, 130 if I could guess and estimate my weight. I probably need to get on a scale. But before this started, I was like maybe 150, 160. I was like 150, 160. And then the food allergies, or potential food allergies, started bothering me. I think I went to the hospital one time because I think the nutmeg freaking gave me a reaction, even though I was eating bean pie all the time. And I looked up a bean pie freaking recipe and nutmeg was in it. So I don't, man. This is what happens when you go a long time without bean pie. You don't make it right. I probably need to actually have a bean pie expert teach me how to make it. And I probably should make mine without nutmeg, because maybe that's the freaking problem. But yeah, like, normal shit was bothering me. And it was just like, what the hell's wrong? Because I've been eating bananas, strawberries, oranges, and all this shit for years and had literally no problem. Then after all of that, then I started to lose weight. I went from like 150, 160 to about 122. Then I started to get back to my high school weight, which was like 117. I think my lowest weight in high school was about 103. Yeah, I think 103, 106, 109, one of them. Like, I was really skinny in high school. I had a lot of stresses and anxieties then too. But then again, the allergic reaction happened when I was in high school. So, yeah. Then it took me a while to kind of like get back used to normal food, and then it happened again in my early adulthood, which I am still in, even though I'm closer to 30 than I am to 20 anymore. I'm still coping with that, and there's still a lot of other things that kind of made my anxiety bad. Do not wish to share that right now, but yeah, one of the main things that caused my anxiety disorder to really be bad was my was my food allergies, which petrified me when I finally got pregnant, because it was like I wasn't eating properly. I wasn't eating properly at all, and it was just, what am I gonna do? Is my kid gonna survive? Because, like, I'm scared to eat anything. And then it's just like, she's healthy. But that was, like, a very terrifying time of my life. Because it just seemed like I didn't know what the hell was going on. I guess you can say. Okay, everybody, I'm just gonna make a closing video. Thank you for watching, because my phone is not recording because it's overheated, so this might be a part 3, but thank you for watching. I guess I'll finish it up next video. Bye for now.